One idle Sunday, when I was back in South Africa, my uncle took me on an adventure to play golf. I was ecstatic and relishing my chance to become the next Tiger Woods. However, I only ended up hitting 3 shots, losing 3 balls, and attempting to drive a golf cart. Not a bad return for one day, right? But while strolling along this golf course, my uncle told me something which I still remember to this very day. He said to me, "My boy, life is like golf. There's always going to be someone better than you, and there's always going to be someone worse than you. You just have to play and hope that it's going to be your day." But from my albeit very limited life experience, I found that what my uncle meant to say was that you just have to play and make it your day. And that's why today I'm going to be telling you a story. The story of how I took control of my life, and from it extract some ideas about gratification, self-discovery, and ideas which hopefully will help you answer a question that matters to each and every one of us. How do I create the life I want to live? These days, I follow the motto of eat like a caveman, train like a beast, but I wasn't always this enthusiastic about health and fitness. I come from a family where both my father and my grandmother have diabetes, and my mother is hypertensive. Not to mention the ghee-rich Indian delights, which gave me many good childhood memories, mainly because I could polish them off by the dozen. So it came as no surprise to me that my father always used to tell me that if I didn't make a lifestyle change at this age, I too would be having the same conversation about health and fitness with my son in 30 years' time. And he was right. All the signs were in front of me. My family had a history of health problems, and I was on the brink of obesity. Now, I'd always been a chubby child, but my family members, they didn't want to make a big deal of it. They'd always tell me that things would be different when I was older, but that I should enjoy life by eating all the samosas and all the chocolates and whatever else I wanted to eat at the time. The situation was so bad that even at my old high school, even the obligatory gym craze to get big and to get fit that happens at every single boys' high school proved to be nothing more than a fad for me, because at the time, I didn't possess the discipline and the hunger. Well, I did possess the hunger, but like of a different kind. At the time, I didn't possess the discipline and the hunger to get the results that I wanted. As a result, I came to Costa Rica sitting at 94 kilograms. I was unfit and unhappy. Unhappy because, yes, just like every other proverbial fat kid, I'd been teased and I'd been bullied and I'd been made fun of. But it wasn't just about external opinion. That physical state suppressed my personality. My fear of judgment held me back, like whenever I wanted to take off my shirt to play football or to go swimming. But more so, I was tired of living life as a prisoner of my circumstances. So, I decided to take action. I made a decision to live life on my own terms. I made a decision to take control of my energy and to channel it into achieving my goals. However, after the first few weeks of training in the gym, feeling like I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But then I realized, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. My journey to self-confidence and self-acceptance all started with one pull-up. Well, again, I'm being a bit generous here. It was more like one pull-up attempt. I was lucky that even in my previous failures to make a sustainable lifestyle change, I gained valuable knowledge of the different types of training out there, like body weight training and old school weight training, which actually gave me the knowledge base to select a plan to give me maximum impact, which goes to show you that failure is an inevitable component of the journey to success. But starting was just half the battle. The real battle was, and still is, committing myself to do the right thing, especially when I don't want to. I remember countless early mornings waking up to train with my entire body aching. I remember the pain of suppressing instant gratification by choosing broccoli and carrots over burgers and french fries at lunchtime. And I remember trading long nights out with my friends for long evenings of squats, pull-ups, and deadlifts in the gym. But by far the most difficult part is saying no to that little voice inside of you, which says that it's okay to give in to instant gratification, which says that it's okay to make excuses. The best way to overcome this, I found, is to remove these bad habits from my identity. Instead of being the guy who can't, be the one who doesn't. For me, it's much easier to say that I don't eat junk food or that I don't eat processed food than it is to say that, guys, I can't eat those types of foods because I'm on some silly diet. I imagine it as if I was a sculptor, one who sees potential where everyone else just sees a rock. I've had to chip away at all the unnecessary components of my lifestyle and eliminate all that instant gratification in order to give up what I was for what I could become in the future. I'm proud to say that I suppressed that little voice, as painful as it was to do so. But pain isn't always a bad thing. I fondly remember those countless days of real clean eating and long afternoons of training. They remind me, now 24 kilograms lighter, of how far I've come. But more importantly, to maintain the good habits that I've developed, and most importantly, to embrace the idea that the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Now, as much as I'd like to claim that I'm a self-made man and I did this all by myself with no one else's help, I'd be lying. The positive energy from my friends at school and from my family back home helped me to change my junk food-laden, carbohydrate-rich diet to a cleaner, more natural diet, focusing on vegetables, fruit, meats, and nuts, as I like to call it, a caveman lifestyle. But further than that, the positive energy from thousands of members in online fitness communities helped me to internalize strength training, both physical and mental, into my life. Without those support structures, I simply wouldn't be where I am today. Now, after a while, I started to see some results. But then came the very exciting part. The part where people began to notice my results. And I began to receive compliments. Compliments like, wow, 24 kgs, you look so much better than you did before. And I would always think like, so you're trying to say that I was looking terrible before, right? Yeah, thanks. But the second thing that I commonly heard, and it went along the lines of, well done, you've succeeded. When are you going to go back to normal? And my reply would always startle them. I would smile, look them straight in the eye, and calmly say, never. This is my normal. And they probably think it's because I want to be the biggest, baddest, strongest guy around. But it's not for that reason. As you know, I know that there's always going to be someone out there who's bigger than me or who has a lower body fat percentage than me. So it's not for that reason. The reason why I train, why I work relentlessly to achieve my goals, and why I strive to define my own reality is because I believe in evolution. To me, that means being better than I was yesterday, and ultimately, being better than I ever thought I could be. Or as my favorite motivational speaker likes to put it, I do it so that when I'm tested with a battle in life, I know that I can handle it. And my battles, they aren't just in health and fitness. This proactive, never give up mindset has permeated into everything that I do. From my personal interactions and striving to understand the dynamics of our universe, to my academic pursuits of appreciating the beauty and the elegance that lies within our universe. But all those are stories for another day. I believe that if you want to make the most out of life, you have to develop the awareness to take every opportunity to grow as a person. This balance between striving to achieve your large-scale goals and still being able to identify and take opportunities to grow emotionally, physically, and intellectually, that balance is what drives me to explore the world and to uncover new interests, passions, and friends along the way. But most importantly, I've learned not to act for the validation or the appreciation of others. I do what I do for the innate fulfillment I receive from knowing that I gave everything that I could throughout this journey. So, Take the time to think about the life you want to live. What drives you? What matters to you? Then take action. Even if you don't have an exact map of how you're going to get there, take the plunge anyway. You'll find the right paths, even if it means taking a few wrong turns along the way. Thanks to that philosophy, I've learned to never give up and to keep pushing my limits. Because in life, there is no finish line. There's always more to achieve, and most importantly, more to give.